We are all ready for the final of the European Championship darts. We've got the highly experienced Michael van Gerwen. This man knows how to win and play several matches over the space of a few days. Rob Cross, it's his debut year, for goodness sake, and already he's in a final. This time last year, he was an electrician. We can't quite tell you how many times, enough times, what this man has done, because it is quite extraordinary. You think of the number of fantastic players who've never even reached a major final. And many of them have reached one but haven't taken that final step. We wonder whether Rob Cross will be the man to do it. They've loved their arrows here in the Ethias Arena in Hasselt in Belgium. It's our last match here before we move to Dortmund next year, right in the centre of Dortmund. I think we know which player most of the supporters are hoping to win tonight. You can probably guess, can't you, bearing in mind we're very close to the Dutch border. But they are anticipating a decent match, bearing in mind that the two semi-finals were very, very different. One was very straightforward for Rob after the first one was a real battle for MVG. Has it perhaps taken it out of him? But he does know how to go the distance, doesn't he? Let's get them on stage with John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, the waiting is over. And now, live from Hasselt, Belgium, the final of the Unibet European Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV Sport, as we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. It's time to meet the finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hastings, England, into his first major televised final, the winner of 4 PDC ranking events, Voltage Rob Cross! And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the current world #1 from the Netherlands, the reigning and defending 3-time Unibet European Darts Champion and the reigning 2-time champion of the world, mighty Michael.
It's a best of 21 legs again, so the first to 11 will win the final. And to start us off in the commentary box are Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Thank you very much. And career meetings between these two. It's 4-1 in Michael van Gerwen's favour. And the one time they've met on television, UK Open last year. And Rob Cross came up on the losing end, 9-5. But what a season he's had since then.
MVG had a 9-darter in that game,
He did indeed.
Sandwiched in between a 170 and something quite remarkable as usual.
He went and had 3 wins on the Challenge Tour, did Rob Cross, and then decided to go full-time as getting a card as a result of that. But Michael van Gerwen, what a season he's had. 15 victories, no less, already in 2017 from the Worlds all the way through. If you want me to list them, I can do, but I won't. But just believe me, it's 15 he's had, and here he's going for his 37th Tour victory. But Rob Cross, he has belief, and a lot of people who've not seen him before this weekend will have watched him and thought this is a guy who is going to be right at the top of the game before too long.
We've not even seen the best of him yet, I can assure you. If he plays to the best of his ability, Michael has got his hands full.
He's got 3 young kids, Rob. Little son Leighton, who's 6 years old, might just be watching with his mum Georgia right now. And a little bit earlier on, Rob told me that when he was beaten by Michael in the final of a European Tour event just a couple of weeks ago, he went down on the wrong end of it. It wasn't a thrashing, but he lost 6-4, I think it was, in Göttingen. He got home, and little Leighton was in floods of tears, absolute floods of tears. And he said, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" He said, "I didn't want you to lose to that, Michael. I didn't want you to lose." And I said, "What did he say?" He said, "Well, don't worry too much about it. I've not done this time, but I will, and I wonder if this might be the moment."
Be a quick turnaround.
180.
It's going to be a high standard, you can absolutely guarantee it. And Van Gerwen, who's going for his 4th consecutive title to emulate the great Phil Taylor, will take a heck of a lot of beating. Cross then with the throw, 139.
Shots on. Treble 13. Tops. For a 12.
190.
Just the pause. Now Van Gerwen for 50, double 16. He's missed it.
80. Robbie Riquard, 20.
His finishing stats for the tournament are not horrible. 42%.
Kyle Anderson missed those 2 darts, those 2 match darts, or it would have been him against Rob Cross after that 9-darter. First blood for Rob Cross. He is ahead. 4 Players' Championships he's won this season in his first
24
full year on the PDC Tour, and he's won 135 grand in the process. Not a bad way to start for the former electrician, whose nan said to him, "Are you sure about this?"
Plus whatever he earns here, he's the most successful in terms of financial rewards of any of the players on their first year on tour.
Well, nobody's ever burst through like this before, have they? There was Justin Pike, Joe Cullen, but they didn't have the success that he's had.
Stephen Bunting won on his second day, but already an established.
He was an established guy.
Yeah,
playing with
a major winner. Yeah.
This fella came through as a Riley's qualifier only last year at the UK Open.
Correct.
That was Rob's dad, incidentally, watching on. There he is. 40,000 quid Rob Cross is guaranteed as the runner-up. If he wins it, of course, it's 100,000.
It's only a couple of weeks' work for a Sparky, though, isn't it?
Well, he was quite a good Sparky, I think. First maximum for Van Gerwen. With the darts, looking to square it up, and Cross just trying to keep him under pressure, which he's duly doing.
140.
Yeah, pressure on this 104 now to hold. He's going to get a dart. Double 16.
Brilliant check out, 104. The standard is being established early on. This could be a cracker.
First error. Looks a different animal in the final, doesn't he, Michael?
Well, he's had a chance to get away and
Regroup.
refocus. He was rattled against Anderson,
Oh,
wasn't
he was. His performance was down to the pressure Kyle was putting him under. Brilliant.
Well, that's as good as the maximum. Brilliant from Rob Cross. He was rattled when Phil Taylor beat him not so long ago. But it was the crowd that's played his part then. Against Kyle Anderson, it was the heavy scoring of the opposition, particularly that barrage of maximums that he hit him with.
He hit 6 in, I think it was 4 legs.
140.
And on 3 occasions, they were back-to-back.
Cross first to a potential checkout on 140.
A little bit of a cushion.
Needs a...
Can't leave a finish now, Michael. So 6 darts at 140. Again on a shot after 9 darts thrown. Early doors, but Cross averaging 108. Van Gerwen 106. Double 10.
He said he's had another level that he can go to. He said, I've got another gear, and that's the sort of gear he can show. How about this? Second maximum for Van Gerwen. 112 Van Gerwen averaging, 110 Cross.
I love it when a match lives up to expectation.
He has
Thought you were going to get another 9 then, John, like buses. Wait 10 years for one and get 2 on the same night.
I think that might be asking a bit too much, but it's not impossible the way these two lads are playing. How about this? His opening maximum. His average goes close to 118 now.
136.
No check out, but Van Gerwen will probably have to take that 85.
Yeah, it's going to be loaded with pressure.
Or maybe not. Needed that last start.
I'm sure he's confused as I am.
Bullseye.
60.
So 110 for the break of throw.
Yep.
Very possible.
Well, the way he's been hitting that treble 20, you'd expect him to get 1 dart at a double. Focus. Treble 18, double 18.
Double 18 then for the break of throw.
74.
Only just high, but it's a chance which wasn't taken. Double 8. And it's the equaliser.
The leg is Rob to throw first. Game on.
Good match in prospect here, Chris.
Yeah, great stats.
46.
We have to wander off after 10 legs, you know, to let Pikey and Wazza in here. Might just
Lock the door.
Might just barricade the door and say, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, it'd have to be a sizable door to keep Alan Warren out, wouldn't it?
100. $140.
Good stuff from Van Gerwen. Can he get the break of throw before the break?
He has control now. 180 doesn't even leave across the finish.
Good dart, sir. Nevertheless.
Van Gerwen's got the throw now.
100.
In a ton.
128 when he comes back. This would be a good time for Cross to get a 180.
Never a bad time.
And another, please. Fill it up. There you go. Brilliant darts.
Very cool, John. Very cool. You're good at this.
So, having looked as though he was in danger of surrendering the leg, Cross is the favourite now. 50. Looking at 18, I think.
Yep.
Double 16 now. For 3-2. He's got it. And he loved that, didn't he? Absolutely loved it. Looked across to the VIP area where his dad's sitting, as much as to say, yeah, that's what I can do. And he's ahead, but it's still with the darts. Rob Cross leading 3-2. Championship, Michael van Gerwen against Rob Cross, and it is beautifully poised, Chris.
Yeah, look at those numbers, just 70 darts thrown to complete those 5 legs.
Averages 105 against 111. 3-2, Cross leads. Michael van Gerwen now has the darts.
2-1-8 apiece, so 177 for Rob Cross. He won his 3 legs in 14, 12 and 14.
140.
Michael had that great 104 checkout for 15. And the 4th leg also in 15 darts. And they're just warming up.
Last year in the final, Michael van Gerwen beat Mensur Suljovic 11-1.
49.
Year before it was Gary Anderson 11-10. Year before that, Terry Jenkins 11-4. Rob Cross has already taken 3. Van Gerwen's flying now, though.
This is another part of the game he will have to get used to, is the breaks. And then Pro Tour games are first to 6 and just play to the winner. The entirety of the match is done in one go.
Fabulous setup by Van Gerwen. He's got a 10-darter possibility here. 32 remaining. Double 16 now.
32.
And Cross has pretty much thrown the towel in, and that's why. 3-3. Hold of throw for Van Gerwen. Level pegging again. 3 apiece.
I don't want to think that he wouldn't win the lowest leg of the tournament on 10.
I can't say I'm sorry.
137.
Fabulous moment.
Yeah, if you weren't with us earlier on, Kyle Anderson, a 9-darter. Brilliant from Michael van Gerwen.
He just pressed the boost button, do you think?
Maybe. His average now is 114.
57.
Best he's ever had in this particular competition, 111.
Turbocharged tungsten.
Well, I wonder.
140.
Bit of pantomime booing from the crowd who wanted to see another 9-darter. Kyle Anderson with that £25,000 prize for getting one,
80.
I don't think would have shared the emotion.
No.
Unless they pay it twice, which I doubt.
133.
Almost on another potential 10-dart leg. Back-to-back 10s.
9 darts to 48.
137.
That's a good setup by Cross, but Van Gerwen can break the throw. Double 16, double 8. Big darts, big dart for Michael van Gerwen. He's ahead again, 4-3.
Well, off the break, he's came out of the blocks absolutely flying. 10-darter followed by a 12.
60.
But a big score from Cross will put him under pressure.
Again, though, it's uncharted territory, isn't it?
He's not happy there. A little bit of tension in the arm. Realised that it was an opportunity. And Van Gerwen knows that to an extent he got away with it.
180 in every leg so far off the break for Michael.
Fabulous response.
Have that back.
Two
91.
tremendous players slugging it out. We established earlier on that there's been no stage in PDC history when the top 4 players have not included an Englishman. If he keeps throwing like this, I wonder how long it's going to be before Rob Cross is starting to challenge for that sort of a ranking.
134. Robbie O'Guar, 102.
Well, this is for the break back, 102.
9 180s and a 177, and we're only in the 8th leg.
Well, he's got to get the treble 17 now. He's got it, bullseye for 102. Oh, superb! What a checkout! What a checkout!
What a recovery. Absolutely incredible. Great composure. You don't see that very often from him. What a reaction.
Game on.
4-all. Game on. Cross now with the darts. Nothing in it. Not sure Van Gerwen can quite believe it. But he'd better start.
139.
This is real.
Nice cover shot. First to 11,
58.
remember, to take this trophy. Nice look to the way that Van Gerwen's throwing. There's all those pigs about.
Sure. Answers on a postcard.
140.
Contacted each other and said, you know what we can go as? We can all go as large pink pigs.
Only at the darts, John. Only at the darts.
48. Robbie O'Guar, 164.
164, doesn't have to go for it.
Is that last leg rattled Van Gerwen?
Wouldn't be surprising, would it? Look at this.
132.
Great darts.
Well, the first 3 legs were 180. We're one in 34 darts.
32.
And there's a possible 13 dart leg from Cross.
Double 16 to take the lead. Double 8. Oh, this is big now. This is important.
28.
It's a chance now for Van Gerwen to break the throw.
That's where you can force an error out of your opponent by that 180.
And there it is. Van Gerwen gets his nose ahead once more, averaging nearly 112. Rob Cross averaging over 106. Van Gerwen now leads 5-4 with the break. Our last leg, Chris.
Oh, I have pulled the door.
You got a key?
Barricade it up. Not letting him in. 10 180s in the match. Is this number 11?
You know it.
Averages are incredible.
Stratospheric.
40.
10th leg of the match. Both averaging 108.
Cross on 3-2-1. And adding to it. Another ton 40 leaves him very handily placed for the break of throw.
140.
Good response, but it's still advantage Cross. They love MVG.
So do we.
They'll be quite partial to this fella before too long as well.
Throwing darts like this.
Such an
Certainly will.
exciting new addition to the darting world.
97.
46 then for Rob Cross to make it 5-all. 6 darts from here.
Well, I'll do it in 2. Double
Well,
16 for an 11 dart leg and parity.
Oh, great darts. We have a match on here, Chris. And that is where we have to leave it, personally. The match is beautifully set up. Michael Van Gerwen 5, Rob Cross 5. Netherlands and England. Absolutely locked together. Who's it to be? The makings of a great final.
Michael van Gerwen and this man, the former electrician in his debut year, Rob Cross. Can he do it? It's 5-all. They're both averaging 108. Had to take us through to the end of the final. Alan Warren a little and Stuart Pike.
Terrific final. Sensational entertainment for the man who's won it all and done it, and the man who dreams of winning it all, Rob Cross, in his debut season, putting up the 59. Performance of his life against the world #1 here. 5 apiece, first to 11 to be crowned the European champion. It's going one way then the other. 11 180s, 109 average, 107, both 45% on the checkouts. Proper darts, Alan Warrener.
Outstanding, superb, brilliant. We want more. This is turning out to be the final we wanted to see.
171.
Oh, Van Gerwen's off again with a 171 for the second time. 4 breaks of throw. Could be about to be another one here.
60.
How about that 101 finish, Stuart?
Rob Cross,
with 2 darts. Hit the 1 for the 102.
133.
Double 17 and the ball.
Yeah. Well, it was amazing. Amazing leg. 39, 180, 180, 102. And he hasn't finished.
140. Michael Gerwen, 58.
Keeping his arm going.
Double 10.
38.
Well, don't forget, Rob Cross had 3 darts to lead 5-4 as well before Van Gerwen stepped in off the back of 4 180s in 4 legs just before the break.
Yes, they both had a couple of misses, haven't they? So probably the scoreline reflects that. Pretty even.
Bit of pressure here, Michael. Oh, dealt with it well, didn't he? So another break of throw.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
There hasn't been more than a leg between them in the entire final. And Van Gerwen's broken, Cross has broken straight back.
140.
What a performance from Rob Cross.
Quality darts from both players. We said, can he make the transition early on this weekend, Stuart? Looks like he has.
Well, an emphatic yes.
Certainly at the moment.
Again, pressure on the Van Gerwen throw.
Both players power scoring their way through this final.
60.
Well, the crowd enthralled, we're enthralled. Hope you are too at home. The 2 darts players going at it.
140.
Real tension here in the arena in Hasselt. Here comes Rob Cross again. Is it going to be 6 for him?
140.
Well, realistically, that needed to go in to give him a good shot.
Does he go for the ball? No, he doesn't. He gambles that Rob Cross can't take out 164.
Well,
he's laid the challenge down.
Oh, not this time.
56. Michael Gerwen, 32.
Let's go 2 legs clear for the first time.
And there it is, a 2-leg gap for the first time in the final. Van Gerwen winning 5 out of the last 7 legs after Cross had led 3-2. Now, what's Rob Cross got left in the tank? Brilliant run to the final, guaranteed him a place in the Grand Slam of darts as well.
Moving up the rankings, Stuart, incredible.
23 now, up to 23.
Yeah.
For me, I think that's the best first-year performance in the history of the PDC. And here he comes again. Wonderful. Wonderful. He just won't go away.
Still got 3 TV events to go as well.
123.
Well, they are going at it. Darts of the highest quality in the final of the European Championship. Oh, great recovery. Good as he could do. He just took the flight, didn't it?
Yeah, just got on with it, didn't he?
Yep.
100. Robbie Uruguay 101.
Well, I don't think he'll be going treble 17 bull.
We'll be going single 9 for double 16 for another ton plus finish.
69. Michael Uruguay 138.
Oh, Van Gerwen more than capable. Not now.
58. Robbie Uruguay 32.
To get a leg back. Rob Cross looking at double 16. Well, this is important. That's a great dart. A lot of courage, a lot of bottle, a lot of skill, a lot of class.
Yeah, that first dart was a long way off. The second one was a blocker. He kept his cool and hit the double.
A frustrating start to the leg for Rob Cross. What can Michael Van Gerwen do to press home his advantage?
100.
Well, only 100. A dozen 180s in this final already. Michael Van Gerwen looking to make it 4 on the spin, of course, at the European Championship.
58.
Well, hasn't really attacked the Van Gerwen throw here.
145.
Good thinking to leave the 160 just to make absolutely sure.
Well,
Cross
100.
still having a go. 160 then Van Gerwen. And he wants the treble to leave 60, doesn't he?
there has to stay up there. Oh. enough the lampshade.
That's a great dart, Michael Van Gerwen.
Michael Uruguay 60.
The tops for Van Gerwen to extend the lead back to 2. 8-6 in a thriller. And remember, Van Gerwen survived 2 match darts against Kyle Anderson in the semi-final deciding leg. Just 1 or 2 signs here as well that Rob Cross's scoring is dropping off a little.
Well, we've said it for a while, Stuart, that some of these other players need to come up to the mark. We've got this new brand of player that's coming through, Kyle Anderson, as we've seen, Rob Cross.
He's back on the mark now.
135.
Well, they stepped up. I mean, Anderson ran Van Gerwen to the wire, and Rob Cross is doing the same here.
89.
Got to dig deep here, Cross. Can't afford to lose another leg on throw. He's going to maintain his challenge. Big challenge. At the moment, he's doing pretty well.
140.
I'm sure that a lot of viewers who may not know too much about Rob Cross, because he hasn't appeared too much in the spotlight, but what a year it's been, and he has announced his arrival in the top echelons of world darts this weekend.
140.
By playing fantastic darts.
Well, pressure on Cross here. You would think simply has to hold throw. He's going to have 1 dart to stay in the final, I reckon.
38.
Well, is that
32.
the beginning of the end for Rob Cross? We shall see as Michael Van Gerwen cleans up. And he's won 4 out of the last 5 in that little session. Rob Cross now really does have it all to do. It appears Michael Van Gerwen is closing in on a 4th European Championship title. Terrific final. Don't go anywhere. Van Gerwen leads 9-6. Up steps Michael Van Gerwen to punish on the same target. 4 legs out of the last 5 for the world #1, who's still averaging 108. Rob Cross 101 and a
16th
half.
leg, it's Michael to throw first. Game on.
But Van Gerwen has been relentless as he's tried to grind down his valiant opponent. And on he goes.
That's why he's a multi-champion. Does it all the way through the match. But this lad Cross
125.
has really had a fantastic weekend and launched himself on the big stage.
Well, he's the real deal. Nearly
134.
£200,000 he's earned in 9 months for being a professional darts player.
Well,
140.
that last session, 4-1 to Van Gerwen has cost him. It was 5 apiece prior to that. Strangely enough, only 1 maximum in that last session as well.
Still, he is giving it a real go against Van Gerwen. 130. This would take it to within 1. He needs the ball. Magnificent Michael Van Gerwen.
Just when you thought it was safe, and he knows it. He knows he's had a terrific challenge from Rob Cross.
26.
Now the game is up, you feel now, for Rob Cross. But for 10 legs, he pushed the world champ and the world #1 all the way. They were both averaging nigh on 109. Experience, it seems, is going to win the day in Hassel.
134.
Yeah, fantastic first half of the match from both players. Full of extreme quality.
134.
But it's the quality of the green machine who continues his relentless assault on TV titles.
No Euros scepticism for Michael Van Gerwen.
140.
Phil Taylor won the first 4. It looks like Michael Van Gerwen is going to be winning the last 4.
139. Michael Van 170.
Can he win it with a 170?
Can he? Ooh, he wanted it. He wanted it.
The great entertainer wanted to win in style.
He was hunting that 170 finish.
He's tops to stay in the final. Rob Cross.
Brilliant start there from Rob Cross under extreme pressure.
Well, hang on a minute.
78.
Only 78 to kick off for Van Gerwen. Hit 10-7. He needs 1 more. I remember the European final 3 years ago.
140.
Gary Anderson led Michael Van Gerwen 10-7 and Van Gerwen won in a deciding leg.
140.
Still a chance here. Needs to continue with the high scoring.
57.
Wasn't there on that occasion. Van Gerwen is getting closer.
95.
£100,000 for the winner. But another TV major. Van Gerwen, 108.83. The average.
100.
May well have been knocked out in the semi-finals by Kyle Anderson.
140.
It's within touching distance.
Well, what a fabulous event this has been, certainly for Rob Cross. Michael Van Gerwen homing in.
34. I get 148.
And Michael Van Gerwen is crowned the King of Europe yet again. 4 consecutive European titles. Rob Cross was absolutely terrific for 10 legs. He matched Van Gerwen dart for dart, but it's 37 TV titles now for Michael Van Gerwen, and he is the European Championship winner again.
Absolutely brilliant for Michael Van Gerwen. We've seen a 9-darter today, 2 darts to beat him from Kyle Anderson. It wasn't to be. Rob Cross put a terrific fight up in this final, certainly in the early half, but in the end, the Green Machine prevails.
Michael Van Gerwen, the European champion.
What more is there to say about that man, Michael Van Gerwen? He's now matched the great Phil Taylor's record in winning 4 European Championship titles in a row, 15 wins from 15 matches on this stage in Hasselt, 20 wins from his last 20 matches at the European Championship overall. That includes the previous venue in Mulheim in Germany. I could go on, but MVG's got a trophy to lift, much to the delight of this lot. They are very, very much on his side. Let's hand down to John McDonald to do the honours.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It just gets better and better. What a magnificent final. And now our presentation. Would you please welcome the Chief Executive of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Matthew Porter. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Unibet, the UK Sponsorship Manager, Mr. Stuart Haldane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in his first final, would you please show your appreciation for the runner-up receiving £40,000 and the trophy, and it goes to Voltage, Rob Cross! And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for as we crown our champion. The winner of the magnificent trophy, £100,000. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th time, we now crown our champion. The Unibet European Darts Champion 2017 for a 4th time. Ladies and gentlemen, MVG Mighty Michael and Gerwen!
Michael, congratulations, European champion for a 4th time. You saved your best until last once again.
I think it was a great final. Rob kept putting me under pressure and I had to play well, and I had to do well, especially after the semi-final where I didn't play my best game, and yeah, what a guy. I play already, he's only a guy, comes on the block for a few, maybe a year, 1.5 year, and I already played 4, 5, 6 finals against him. Yeah, I'm really glad I won this one. This feels good for me.
You did have a little bit of luck in that semi-final against Kyle Anderson, but often there's only one chance to beat you in these tournaments, and if somebody doesn't take it, you can blow everybody else away.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes you need to have a bit of luck, but is it luck or he didn't have the right thing at the right moment to do it? And I don't care how you come in the final, how you win trophies, as long as you win them. And yeah, this means a lot to me, of course. I always want to perform, and I always want to keep playing well for myself, for my family, and for everyone who's close around me. And this means a lot. Also, the support here in Hassel's been great, and I hope they'll come back to watch me. And yeah, I really appreciate that.
I'm sure they will. Rob, we want to grab a quick couple of words with you as well. Rob, you stepped up, you delivered a fantastic performance in the final, but against the best player in the world, it wasn't quite enough on the night.
No, I had one flat session. It sort of cost me them 5 legs after the second break, I think, and he broke me twice, broke me heart. But no, in fairness, I've had a fantastic week, and it's coming. I'm getting better slowly, and keep progressing, and then hopefully knock him off his pedestals too.
You keep on taking strides forward in your career. 4 titles this year, your first major final. You're in the Grand Slam now as well. I mean, this has been the stuff that dreams are made of for a guy who was working as an electrician 15, 16 months ago.
For a nobody. But no, I look at Michael, he's a prime example for what he does. He's someone to look at and want to be like and better, really. Sort of with it, it's it's going to be a long graft. There's nothing short term, so fantastic. I enjoy it too. So you get up in the morning, don't mind practicing, don't mind doing your job.
Your European Championship runner-up, Rob Cross, competing in his first major final. Michael, another quick word. As you said, we have got a serious player on our hands here in Rob Cross. Do you anticipate crossing swords with him again in big finals in future?
Yeah, I think so, yes. He played a phenomenal game. I don't know what the average was in the final. What was
102 for him, 109 for you almost.
Oh, that's not bad. I didn't know it was that high. Oh, I'm really glad with that. But Rob, we all show he won Pro Tours. He come in Euro Tour finals twice against me in the final. That guy can play, and yeah, I hope I keep performing good against him, because I need to keep him off the trophies, and that would be nice. But I'm really happy with today's win.
4th time you have won this European Championship title, equalling Phil Taylor's record. Nobody, apart from Taylor and yourself, have won a major tournament 4 times in a row. You could make it 5 next year.
And I will make it 5. You need to believe in yourself. You need to you need to have belief, because they all come in and watch you. You always need to go for 200%. You need to try to do the right things at the right moment, and I did that tonight, and I'm really glad with that.
You certainly did. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your European champion, the world #1, mighty Michael van Gerwen.